14 points of fire damage. Is Orson a creature?
Yeah.
Then he is on fire.
No, he's an NPC.
If he or somebody else, until he or somebody else takes an action to douse him, he'll take a d10 damage at the start of each turn. So the thing swoops downward, lashes out with its talons, grabs Ekon out of the air again, continues swooping downwards, pecks at Orson with its fearsome beak, sets Orson on fire, and then begins swooping back up again towards, at the top of the clock tower. Seems like a good spot.
Orson has Sentinel.
I've got
Oh, he
flyby,
does?
so
I mean, he still was going to take the swing.
I gave him advantage, so he can take the swing.
I think flyby stops.
yeah, I can't.
AOs entirely.
Doesn't provoke any opportunity attacks.
What about the
okay.
thing where he steps into his range?
Doesn't provoke any opportunity attacks.
Yeah, it doesn't
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Flyby is good.
And Sentinel doesn't work with Sentinel.
So yeah, he hasn't made it up to the clock tower because he had to use most of his movement to swing down to the ground and attack Orson. But that's the direction he's headed.
Mm-hmm.
With
So how
Ekon
far is it from us right now?
It's
Is it in a range?
close enough to the ground that if you wanted to close the distance right now and grab it, you could. Who's next?
After Orson, was that Orson or is that red?
That was red.
We've got Orson with purple on deck, or pink.
Yep.
Okay. I'll say Orson would have to approach 10 feet to close the distance, and the thing is low enough to the ground that he could attack from there.
Orson is going to continue to fight this man.
Okay.
The first hit is a 16.
16 will not hit.
The second hit was a 19.
19 will
And
hit.
then the butt is a 19.
Ah, good old 19 butt.
Okay. So that is 7 piercing damage, 7 bludgeoning damage, for a total of 14.
Okay, this thing is on its last legs now. Its fire is fading. Is Orson moving or staying put?
Orson is going to step into the water,
Okay.
go prone,
Okay.
and then use half of his movement to stand back up.
He's still on fire.
What?
You have to take an action to douse yourself. It's very specific.
Oh. Well, he thought that would work.
It was a good idea, but no, I'm not letting you get it for free.
That's the end of Orson's
That's
turn.
spending all of his movement.
So at the end of Orson's turn, the creature is going to move up to the top of the clock tower with Ekon in tow. Who's after Orson?
After Orson, we've got purple with Edmont on deck.
Okay, I'm going to continue to kill Orson. And maybe Edmont.
Try.
Can't. He's stunned.
How do you know? I might have other creatures on the map that you don't know about yet. I've got this one that I'm going to throw away. Then I've got...
Good.
Not for Edmont, for Orson. Actually... Yeah, we'll just throw it against Orson. That's fine. I've got a 17 to hit Orson.
No.
I've got a 16 to hit Orson.
No.
Yeah, this guy needs plate armor, like stat. This other one's stunned and isn't going to be able to do anything. So that's the end of pink.
Is there any way we could give Orson the shield spell as well?
Magic Initiate.
Who's next?
Edmont, purple on deck.
So at the
That's
end
done
of
by
this
the-
turn, Edmont, he's no longer stunned?
Correct.
Good.
Unless I restun him.
You wouldn't do that, though.
Would I?
You wouldn't.
Would I? Crackle Whip. That's a dirty 20 to hit
That'll hit.
for 7 points slashing damage from the first hit.
Okay.
It's a 22 to hit
That'll hit.
for 10 points slashing damage.
Okay.
Key point for Flurry of Blows.
Do it.
That's way more than 22 to hit. For 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And last hit on Flurry. 16 to hit.
16 will not hit. You have somehow managed to get both of my pink men on fire to the exact same number of hit points. They are both
I'm glad.
severely bloodied. Are you moving or staying put?
I'm good here.
All right. Ekon,
It is no longer stunned.
the creature sets you down at the top of the clock tower.
Okay.
There's like nowhere good to stand up here, but you're not in danger of falling because you can fly. However, the creature takes a position up above you in the sky, spreading its wings out. Last time you saw it do this, it rained fire down from its whole body in the form of shedding feathers from its body. That was Edmont, and my man is no longer stunned, right?
Yep.
Who's next?
After Edmont, we've got purple with white on deck.
There is still no purple. And we don't have to resolve white unless one of you is giving them orders. So who's after white?
Evie.
Within 90 feet now of me now.
How tall
Sorry,
is that?
after white, we've got Evie with Genie.
How tall is that clock tower, Genie?
I have no idea. The clock tower wasn't my idea.
Ah.
We'll say it's as tall as the walls.
So 30-foot tall clock tower?
Yeah.
Well, what good is the clock tower if you can't see it from inside the city walls?
Should be like 50 feet, I think.
Yeah, it would have to be higher than the walls for sure.
Okay, 50 feet.
Okay. Evie, if you want to commit to advancing towards it a little bit, I'll say you can get it within 90 feet.
All right.
If you move
I'm
up in
gonna-
front of Genie there.
I'm going to try to force the creature to move with Vortex Warp.
Okay, so that's what kind of saving throw?
It is
Constitution.
a constitution.
18, I think.
I got a 16.
Okay. He is now in the water next to Orson.
Well, he failed the saving throw, but I'm going to choose to pass it instead.
Oh.
At least you didn't use all 6 blips.
No. I
Moving
came
or
out as a
staying put?
little. What can I do? I will grant Victor advantage to hit this thing.
You hit which thing?
The Firebird.
What's your range on your throwing your psychic blades?
It's only 60 feet.
He's well
You can-
further away than that.
Well, you can move a bunch. You're a rogue.
Or I could kill the thing that everybody wants me to kill.
Okay, well, that's what I do. So that's the end of Evie's turn.
Yeah, Victor, you hear from beyond the wall. Evie just shouts at you, Victor, kill the bird! Get it!
Genie with Victor on deck.
Genie,
All
you're
right.
up.
Genie is going to Vortex Warp. She's going to move forward. And she's going to Vortex Warp Ekon.
Okay.
Ekon, you are basically 20, about 15, 20, we'll say 20 feet horizontally to the side of, where are you? We'll say you're like over here.
The
You're not-
tower less than 20 feet tall.
The tower's 50 feet.
You're not on the ground. You're still in there. I just moved you out from like underneath the guy.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
do that?
Vortex Warp has to move somebody to a space, doesn't it?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't
it
move
says
them into this midair.
the chosen space must be a surface or a liquid that can support the target. Okay, yeah.
Air can support me, though, because I'm flying.
But air's not a liquid.
Fluid mechanics work on it.
No, you have to
So-
Vortex Warp to a space. We've clarified this
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could use it to just throw people off of buildings and stuff, and you can't. That's not the intended purpose.
Right. Okay. In that case, I need the bird to make me an. You know what? No, I'm just gonna roll for an attack. I'm gonna use Ray of Frost. Is it within 60 feet of me?
If you're standing at the base of the clock tower, yes.
Yeah, I'll move to the base of the clock tower.
Is that a cone spell?
No, it's Ray of Frost.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Does it attack in a cone?
No, it's an attack roll.
Okay, got it.
That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is D8s.
It's a laser brick, right? It's a ray.
I thought Ray was one of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they had lasers though. I'm sorry, Treble.
He's the heart of the Ghostbusters. That's 17 points of cold damage, and the bird's movement speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of. I think it's till the end of its next turn.
Okay, Venkman was the heart of the Ghostbusters, by the way.
No,
Moving
it
your
was
standpoint.
Ray. It was Ray, very clearly Ray, and I does a. That's a 19 on dice. Does a 29 hit?
Hit who?
The bird.
Yes.
Okay. It takes 13 force damage and is pushed 5 feet off towards the back of the clock tower.
Okay.
I don't know how.
Well, it's not
how,
perched up there. It set Ekon down, and it's still in the air over Ekon. So you
Okay,
pushed
well,
him further up into the air above Ekon's head.
Yeah. Alrighty, and that is the end of Genie's turn.
Got Victor with Ekon.
Victor, you've got advantage to hit the Firebird if you can get close enough.
I think I
Not
got
bad.
this, Victor.
How bad is this thing next to?
Both of the men on fire are pretty severely bloodied at this point.
I think I got this, Victor.
You think you can kill it?
I think I can.
Okay, I'm gonna try and believe in you. How far away is the bird?
Quite a distance. I'll say
Yeah,
at least 100 feet from your position. But I mean, you're flying, so you can go up over the wall.
Yeah, and Victor's already 30 feet in the air.
Okay. I'll say if you were to dash in its direction, you'd be able to close the distance within 60 feet. Because you fly towards it 30 feet, then use a dash to close another 10 feet or so. And that would be close enough.
Yeah, I was hoping I can get there without having that dash.
I'm here to shatter your hopes.
You're succeeding, sir. Edmont, don't let me down.
God, listen to this guy.
Edmont immediately lets you down as soon as you're
I'm waiting for him to like whiff on all 3 attacks now and get killed.
he wouldn't do that.
I don't think I could kill Edmont in one turn, no matter what I did with this creature.
That's too far away. I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure where's
Right
60
here.
feet away from this guy.
Anywhere along that bank of the stream there, I think would be fine. As long as you're flying towards it, because you don't have to climb up over the wall or anything. You don't have to
Yeah.
triangulate its distance. So yeah, you drop right there is fine. That's right where I'm about to spawn in a bunch more dudes. That's very convenient for me.
Oh, it's okay that I'll spawn under me.
You have to put yourself down at some point.
Where's the turret? Turret's right here.
Turret is the
Yeah.
blue thing.
No!
Look what he's done.
Well, you landed it on my owl. It's hiding under this green.
This
hand
is
that
why
I'm
we
pressing.
don't stack dice, children. Because that happened. I should say that's canon. Victor just falls out of the air.
Alright, yeah, so dash, we'll use the bonus action of the dash to the main actual lead to attack.
Okay.
Does a 27 hit?
Sure does.
It's going to take 29 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Use calc.exe for this. All right. Moving or staying put?
We'll use the remaining 20 feet of movement to shift back a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, and the thing shrieks in pain as your attack connects. Who's next?
Next up, we've got Ekon with red token.
Ekon, if you do not vacate this clock tower, very, very bad things are about to happen to you.
Mm-hmm. But this thing's still only 5 feet away from me because that's all the further it got pushed, right? Like I'm 10 feet away from it.
Yes, that's correct. It was 5 feet, and then Genie pushed it an additional 5 feet.
Yeah. I'm on the top of the clock tower.
Yep. I would have made you make some kind of saving throw if you hadn't been able to fly up there.
But I'm like standing on the clock tower itself.
Yeah, the bird set you down on the top of the clock tower, and it looks like it's about to ignite the whole structure.
I am going to cast Stone Shape and encase myself in a 4-foot thick wall on every side, or probably 3-foot thick wall on every side, using the stone from the clock tower.
Okay.
I hope you have another one to get yourself out of that.
Why don't you encase the bird?
No, well, there's still space below me. I can slip out below it. Like I'm going to do kind of a dome.
He's like, that's future Ekon's problem.
The thing is definitely too large to fit in a 5-foot square.
For sure, yes.
Yeah.
This thing is
So that's an action.
gargantuan.
Actually, I've got a good bonus action before that. That's a leveled spell, so not really. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Couldn't you stone shape its legs
It's
and
like some
hold it there?
earthbender stuff.
This is some tough shit right here.
So that's the end of Ekon's turn?
Yep.
Okay. Ekon, you need to take damage from being on fire.
Oh, yeah.
3 points of fire damage.
Thank you.
Start of your turn. See, this is why Destil's the best player. I light him on fire, and the man says thank you. He's so polite. Okay. If you encased yourself in stone, and then somebody around you superheated the outside of this, wouldn't it just cook you inside?
That's how you make an oven, yes.
It takes time for the inside to
Yeah,
heat
it's
up.
going to take time for it to actually travel through
Yeah,
the
it
entire.
would even for a creature that
like
hot,
I've got
a few
full
minutes.
cover against the creature right now at the very least.
Evie, Genie,
Hi.
and the turret down at the base of the clock tower. Dexterity saving throws from each of you.
Okay. Turret fails.
Okay.
Genie gets a 13.
Evie got a 17.
Looking for a 20.
Ah!
Take a Evie. Take a +5.
Oh, I love you.
My reaction. Basically, Genie pushes you out of the way.
You know what? I'll use my reaction to let you re-roll yours.
Okay.
Sisterly love.
I fail.
Well, it was the thought that counts.
Okay.
Well, you have evasion, so you do have evasion, right?
Yeah.
17 points of fire damage, which you can cut in half if you pass that save.
Oh, I can't cut it in half because
As the thing rains down fiery plumage in a huge circle, the whole clock tower is engulfed in flames. And last any of you saw, Ekon was on the roof of the clock tower.
Yeah, he deals with fire all the time. I'm sure he's fine.
Then the thing's going to swoop towards Victor. So this thing is over Evie's head, right next to Victor now. Victor,
Yeah.
I have a 28 to hit.
That's a miss, good sir.
is he within 60 feet of me?
Is who?
Is
You already did that.
Oh, I already did my reaction. Never mind.
Victor,
Thank you, Destil.
Yeah.
13 points of fire damage. And you're a creature, yes?
I am a creature.
So you are ignited. I need to make a little ignited column here.
That's the only attack he's going to take against me?
That's the only one he can't take, because he used his other action to set the clock tower on fire.
Okay, then. Action uncanny dodge then.
You're going to what?
Uncanny.
Okay, so you can reduce the damage by half, but you're still on fire.
I'm still on fire. That's okay.
Still hungry.
Until you or another creature takes an action to douse you. All right, that was Red's turn. Who's next?
Orson.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just really excited to kill this.
Yeah.
That is a 25 to hit, a natural 1, and another natural 1.
Who are you hitting?
So, the pink man next to Orson.
Okay, yeah, it's 2 hits. The one is nothing.
2 natural ones.
2 natural 1, so I had 1 hit.
Oh, 1 hit. Okay, I thought you said
9 points.
9 points.
Yeah. 9 points magical piercing damage.
One more hit like that, you'll have him.
And bonus action, I've already used, so that's the end of Orson's turn.
At the end of Orson's turn, I will use a legendary action to attack Victor again.
Orson is also on fire.
Yes, he is. Thank you. 8 points of fire damage for Orson.
Okay, thank you.
Victor, I have a 34 to hit you.
My AC 50, good sir.
10 points of additional fire damage from the thing's beak. The good news is you cannot be ignited again. You're already on fire. You are as on fire as you can be.
That sounds like a challenge.
That was a legendary action at the end of Orson's turn. Who's next?
After Orson, we've got red token with. I'm sorry. After Orson, we have purple token with Edmont on deck.
Oh, you mean the pink ones?
Oh, pink. You're right. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
another one that's purple.
And my man's not stunned anymore, right, Edmont?
Correct.
So I might actually take a bite out of you here.
Possibly.
Edmont,
Sir.
I have an 11 to hit.
Nah.
I have an 11 to hit.
Nah.
I have a 21 to hit.
There you go.
Okay. Edmont, we're looking at 8 points of force damage
Sure.
plus 7 points of fire damage as the creature
15
connects
then?
with one of its 2 wicked blades.
Owie. But I'm good. Cool.
All right, let's take a bite out of Orson next.
Looking for a 20.
I have a 10. I have a 16. I have a 24.
Hey, last one hits. It's that third hit that gets you.
7 points of force damage plus 9 points of fire damage from the one wicked blade hit that connects. But these 2 creatures they're standing their ground. They look like they have no intention on moving away from the creatures they're engaged with.
Orson's not doing too good.
All right, who's next?
After Orson, we've got. Wait, it wasn't Orson. After pink, we've got Edmont with purple on deck.
Edmont, fix it.
I will do my utmost. Go ahead and take another swing at this guy that just took a bite out of me.
Yep.
Ooh. How does a 14 do?
14 will not hit.
Second attack. 17.
17 will not hit.
Wow. God, okay. That's just decided to fail me. Key point, flurry of blows.
Sure.
But you can hit him up.
I don't want to hear it from you, mister.
Don't sass.
That's a 22 and a 23 to hit.
Both of those hit. Edmont's like, I don't listen to anybody who's on fire.
It's true. 12 points of slashing damage
Okay.
from the first flurry hit, and another 9 points from the second hit.
And that's enough. It's just like snuffing out a campfire. This thing evaporates in a puff of smoke and steam. And as soon as it does, the townsfolk, the villagers around you, start crowding in towards the well.
Yeah, and whistles, and he looks back
He's
at
on
the
set.
clock tower, very worried. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead, and I've got 50 feet of movement, which will probably get me back to about here, you'd say.
That's fine. Mm-hmm. And at this point, some of the villagers have stamped out the fire that was in the middle of the intersection here. And you see
Good.
more villagers off in the direction of the cathedral, forming an unrelated crowd for unknown reasons as of yet.
Yeah, I'm about to head down that way.
All right. At the
But that's
end,
gonna end my turn.
good. At the end of Edmont's turn, I'm going to take another bite out of Victor. Victor, I have a 26 to hit.
I don't even want these hit bonuses.
Ugh. Lowest possible damage roll. 10 points of fire damage from the beak.
Yes.
So that's the end of Edmont's turn. Who's next?
Y'all wanted to know why I didn't want to fly?
After Edmont, we've got. Wait, was that purple or was that Edmont?
That was Edmont.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Edmont.
we've got purple with white on deck.
I don't have any purple on the map yet. Edmont, are you directing these villagers to do anything different from what they're doing?
Yeah, they're gonna start dousing fires.
Okay. Well, they were already doing that. They need so the bucket line is forming down this road between this house and the well.
Okay.
It does look as
That's
though
good,
the
'cause-
actions of you and your companions have directed fire from the enemy to the villagers. So who knows how many lives you've already saved. So that
Directed
was
away or directed to?
directed away from. So that was white. Who's next?
After white, we've got Evie with Genie on deck.
Evie, big boy is high in the air over your head.
He's level with Victor. Is he 30 feet in the air?
Yes, because he's pecking
Okay.
at Victor.
Okay, so if I'm standing on top of this stone pillar, does that put him within 20 feet of me?
Sure. That sounds fun.
Okay. Here we go. My familiar will fly up. He can fly up to 60 feet, so he flies to give me advantage against the Firebird. I grant Victor advantage against the Firebird, and we are both going to sneak attack him.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Victor?
I heard it.
Let's do it. Does a 24 hit?
Yes.
We're gonna use another charge of the sniper eye. Does a
Oh, no,
19?
you don't need to use that. My master tactics, if you roll lower than a 10, it becomes a 10.
Oh, okay. Does a 19 hit?
Both of those hit. Is Victor about to die right here?
Probably.
Oh, this is the first time we're both landing a sneak attack.
Yeah, this is pretty gross.
Yeah. 25 magical piercing from me.
Okay.
27 necrotic from Victor.
Sorry, 27 necrotic?
Yeah.
And the thing is bloodied. Badly bloodied at this point.
Good.
Evie, moving or staying put?
I'm happy right here, thanks.
Okay. At the end of Evie's turn, I'm going to use my last legendary action to attack this goddamn owl. 22 to attack the owl.
Yeah, the owl's dead.
Yeah, flush that owl. Get it out of here.
You know
Victor.
what, that's how you want to die if you're an owl, taking on a firebird.
As you and Evie coordinate your attack against the creature, it spins around angrily, lashing out with its beak, and just knocks the owl out of the sky. Poor
Yell
thing.
says, owl will be back.
There's a loud pew.
No, Saul, come on. There are rules.
No, there's not. No
Yeah,
rules.
the owl can't talk. It can
No
only
rules
communicate
for
telepathically.
That was
Chaos
Evie's
reigns.
turn. Who's next?
Genie.
Genie, what do?
Shoot it down.
Genie is going to. Oop. Look at her spell list. See that all she has is a lot of fire. Contemplate her life choices, and then she is going to walk over to Orson.
Now, I'm not going to take any blame for this. You guys have been fighting a Hand of Fire cultists since like session 2.
Okay, listen, that's just Artificer. The Artificer spell list is kind of bad. I'm going to use a 3rd level spell slot.
Anybody who didn't think the Hand of Fire was coming back and plan accordingly.
Listen, Evie's just knives. That's all she has.
I'm going to use a 3rd level Cure Wounds on Orson, and he is going to get back. No, it's 3d8.
Victor, your cousin's healing the NPC before you.
I know, and I'm.
You're in the air.
Also, that's her little brother.
So
That's true.
11 hit points.
Is that it for Jeannie's turn?
No, I'm gonna shoot him with my turret.
Yeah, I would.
The bird. That's a natural 1.
Shot goes wide. Jeannie's like, so much stuff is on fire. Nobody will notice if I set off some fireworks.
What I get for not paying attention to where I'm shooting.
I have no more legendary actions. So who's after Jeannie?
Victor.
Victor killed my owl, but you could still steady aim.
This thing in my threat of range of
You've cut out there for a second.
Yeah.
my internet's being.
Close.
If Victor, he's gonna get attacked, right?
Almost certainly, yes.
Okay.
I mean, he knows better than to try to grab you and throw you to the ground because he sees that you're flying.
Victor will yell to bring me back to die, and then and then yeah, he's gonna steady aim and attack
Good luck.
for all the marbles.
Yeah. I mean, it still has some hit points, so you're going to have to roll high on this.
It was all natural 20. 17 hit.
17 will not hit.
Okay, then we just try to make that 18.
Okay.
Damage is going to be 20 points of necrotic.
Okay. Well, before you attack, you got to take some. You take 1 point of fire damage for being on fire.
Okay.
Victor, Evie, the turret, Jeannie, and Orson. That seems appropriate. I need a DC 20 dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to use my intelligence here. Evie passed.
Okay.
Get some weird lag.
Fail for both.
18 points of fire damage for anybody who failed that save.
Victor pass.
Okay. Did anybody else pass?
Evie passed.
Victor, as your strike finds its home, the thing throws its wings out and throws its head back and lets out a ferocious death cry that burns into your ears. And then the thing explodes ferociously with such a powerful blast that even Orson is inside of its radius. Ekon is just barely outside of it. So yeah, this whole fence is going to have to be rebuilt. This bridge is probably destroyed. This gate is... What is Evie or Jeannie's passive perception?
11.
17.
Evie, you go to shield your eyes. Did you pass the saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, so you shield your eyes from the bright flash of light and take cover, what cover you can find in the shrubbery next to this wall. And the brunt of the blasts... actually, you've got evasion, so you don't take any damage at all.
Yeah, Evie's fine.
Gotcha. Somehow, at the edge of perception, you hear a thud, like stone hitting the ground. And when you look back, on the ground, underneath where the Firebird was in the air, is a huge cinder, a rock.
Before it respawns.
Victor, you're still alive?
I'm alive.
Despite my best efforts. Okay. That's Victor's turn. Victor, moving. Oh, you can't move because you steady aimed.
Yeah.
And I don't have any more legendary actions because you killed my guy. Who's next?
We've got Ekon with red token, so first I'm on fire.
Yes. 9 points of fire damage.
Okay. If I fly down 30 feet through this clock tower, Genie, do I find a place to egress?
Probably.
There's a door.
I imagine the clock face opens.
Yeah, I would imagine you could come out at the door at the ground. That's 50 feet down. Or I imagine there must be some kind of maintenance hatches or something at the clock face itself.
So, okay, so I'll fly out 30 feet, basically. I'll come out like it's a clock face. So this thing's still up?
Yeah, pink eye's all that's left.
Okay.
There seems to be more commotion happening in town.
And what exactly is the pink thing? I don't remember that I've ever gotten
It's
a good look at this thing.
A humanoid that
Fireman.
just looks like it's made out of
Oh, it's
fire.
the fireman? Oh, okay.
Actually, you fought these guys before. You fought one.
No. I put a blade barrier around the fireman earlier.
Yeah. You fought one probably a little too early in the campaign to fight a CR7 monster, but
Yeah, he almost burned Genie to death.
Yeah, I was not here that day, but I remember hearing about him.
Actually, I think, yeah, this is the same fireman that you put the blade barrier around.
this is
Okay.
the same guy. But yeah, you first encountered this monster in the secret tunnel underneath the Veritas estate in Brennanine.
Secret tunnel.
Don't do
Sorry. Sorry.
You're fired.
I had to.
Well, no, I mean, Ekon, Orson, and Victor are fired, but
Alright, so yeah, I think the best thing I can do at this point is I'm going to throw another guiding bolt at it.
okay.
So that'll hit an armor class of 27.
27 will hit.
And the base damage. Sheet. Wrong sheet. Why did my character sheet disappear? Don't know. Apparently, this is a 4th level spell.
Okay.
I can tell you that right now. So
Did you do less than 5 points of damage?
No, it's 66.
Yeah, so the thing is snuffed out of existence. Evie,
Fuck you in particular.
Yes.
roll me a d6.
That's how many buildings are on fire?
5.
5. -1 is 4.
Yeah.
I think so.
In
Let
the
me check.
immediate aftermath of bringing down the creature, so you've got the cinder here on the ground, you've got villagers getting the fires under control around the village now that you have secured the water sources again.
Mhm.
There was a third creature, but your knights were able to mobilize and put it down. In that fight, 2 of them were killed, 2 of them badly wounded. But they were able to bring them down by the time you get across the village over there.
Is that less than a minute for me to fly there?
This would have been occurring while you guys were fighting the Firebird.
Okay.
So yeah, within a minute, you start to learn a little bit more about what's going on in the village.
So this little thing here that Evie pointed out, are we still on initiative?
No.
Okay, Genie's gonna put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Hold on.
It is an egg the size of a watermelon, and it is burning hot to the touch. You cannot safely put your hands on it.
Oh.
You have Smith's tools. You do that, and I am going to. It's in the middle of the night, right?
Yes.
In the morning, I will cast an inwardly focused magic circle to contain it, and we'll put it in that as soon as I get my spells back.
Okay.
Well, Evie's going to race off and get everything under control in town.
We can do this in the
Edmont is-
Giggle Dungeon. I've got a stone shape left.
Edmont is willing to is already coordinating efforts to get the fires under control.
Yeah, now that the villagers are able to reach the stream and able to reach the well. I mean, the destruction is vast. Your gatehouse is destroyed. Your mill is destroyed, but the fire didn't catch 2 other buildings. The east wing of your manor is very, very badly done by, and the clock tower is just... I'm going to burn that down because I want to make Genie sad.
Quick question. Important question. Is the upper Majigger okay?
That wasn't in the east wing. That was in the main foyer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was in the east wing, actually.
No, I think it's in the north wing.
How many
Genie,
wings are there?
are you more upset if the Up-a-Majigger is damaged, or would you be more upset if it was okay?
I do not care.
You say that, but in your secret heart.
My secret heart is pretty apathetic as well.
Victor's gonna go try and find out where these people came from, or how this thing started.
I guess Jeannie's gonna start putting fires out with her magic.
Okay. Suffice it to say, over the course of the next hour or two, you guys bend your resources, your decanter of water, spell slots you have remaining, to dousing these fires. All things considered, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these plumes, these huge feathers, fell to the ground more or less harmlessly. Most of them ignited on impact, burned themselves out, didn't cause any damage. Maybe 1 in 10 or something actually caught if it landed in a straw pile or a dung heap or just the right way down somebody's chimney. So the marked buildings on the map are the ones that have been damaged, and you have severe damage to basically everything where you saw the explosion.
The explosion. What do you mean?
Does
The
Tinny?
explosion of the monster?
Yes, when the monster
Yeah.
exploded, it was so this bridge, the fence around your manor, this gatehouse, and you were moving the egg down to the Giggle Dungeon and stone shaping it, so it's encased in stone for now.
Yeah, and then in the morning I'll put a magic circle around it.
Okay. The villagers, the sentiment in town is completely terrifying. Evie, you especially, because you were going out to get control of the situation. After the immediate danger is past and the monsters are brought down, you become inundated with questions. Where's Father Ekon? Why was he not here in the village? What has he done to make God so angry with him that a firebird was sent in the night to burn the city down?
Evie says this was not the work of God, this was the work of a man. And we know who he is, and now we know where he is, and he will be dealt with.
Tenny arrives back before sunup, a couple hours before sunup. She had snuck out of the manor, as she is wont to do. She's been doing this. I mean, most times you guys don't even notice when she sneaks off. Her report is she was out in the woods, and at sundown, her first thought was that it was taking much longer for the sun to set than it normally would, which didn't seem right to her. So she climbed up into a tall tree and got a look over the canopy and saw in the direction of Darkwood's Long Hall a forest fire. That's when she decided to hoof it back home. And you guys caught her with ascending while she was in transit. That's her report when she gets back home that morning.
I'll make
Who
a
wants
right for Darkwoods.
What's gonna be? And Evie.
You're breaking up too bad. Can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
So Edmont, you're going. So in the morning, Ekon's going to cast a magic circle around the encased egg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inwardly focused. Do I have to choose the creature type when I cast that?
Elemental.
Elemental or celestial would be a good
Yeah,
bet.
Celestial was actually what I was planning to do.
Okay. Edmont, you said you were going to make out to Darkwoods.
Yeah.
When are you doing this?
Once Tiny brings news of that.
So you're going to be leaving
no, he's
like immediately, like even before the sun comes up the next day? Because she gets back a couple hours before sunup.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's fine, but I want to know what happened.
Edmont,
Yeah,
If there's
I'm
a
gonna go.
fire we
Yeah,
have
I'm gonna
control.
go. Yeah, I'm gonna go check on him.
give me a perception check, please.
Hang on. My character sheet is poofed. Okay, there we go.
Even if they send a second Firebird after him, I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure Edmont can take that Firebird all by himself.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. The next morning, the town is in severe disarray. The general sentiment seems to be that too much destruction and fire is being come all at once. Ekon is being blamed. That seems to be the general sentiment of the people. You guys keep saying, like, this is not God's work. A man is doing this. But the fires keep happening. And this one was worse than the last. And then a visitor arrives. A very strange visitor indeed. You guys are aware that Edmont left, right? He didn't leave secretly?
No.
Okay. Where are you guys sleeping that night? In the undestroyed part of the manor?
Probably.
Okay.
Where else would we sleep?
So yeah, as a very terse breakfast is being served to you, a servant enters looking very, very upset and mentions that a herald has arrived.
A herald from who?
And she nervously holds out a bound scroll.
Evie will take it and read it.
It contains, before you even open it, the seal of Azalin Rex.
Mm-hmm.
And when you open it, it reads that you should make ready to receive his wheelhouse within 2 days' time. Do you make that noise?
Yes.
The servant is very, very nervous now.
Victor looks at you like you're sick.
Aslan Rex is coming here.
What? What did you do?
What did I do?
Do we want to be here when he arrives?
You don't stiff the Wizard King. The terrifying Wizard King. So, I guess we just fix the house.
Yeah, try to
Unless
get
you guys
everything
have
under-
massive magical resources, there's no way to fix all this damage within the next 2 days.
How many stones a day can you do, Ekon?
A lot, but I think it's the non-stone parts that are actually a problem. Like, all the stone I can probably put back in order.
Edmont, we'll just resolve this real quick
Sure.
before we call the session here. Arriving at Darkwood's Long Hall. It is torched. He had constructed a wooden hall. The stone foundation is in place, but only just.
Yeah.
And the stones are blackened. Darkwood's men, he had a small contingent, including the man you guys saved from Zaquiel's gibbet,
Yep.
are all dead. Darkwood himself is huddled in the midst of the wreckage. And you can see that he's put up a fight. You're not sure if it was the same creature, but you can see that he's suffered severe burns. He's recently been in a life or death fight. When he sees you approach, he gets to his feet.
Yeah.
All right. I've had just about enough of this hand of fire.
Likewise. He's
That's where we will call
he
this.
threatened the life of my daughter, and
Was she asleep in the east wing?
No, but he lit the building on fire.
Well, his Firebird did that.
No, Brick Road.
What?
Brick Road. You're passing the buck.
Does the Firebird go buck? Buck? Is it a chicken?
Block.
It's a fire chicken.
Block.
All right. Do you guys want some like experience or something?
Yeah, please.
All right, I'm gonna
Sure.
go dark for a few minutes while I add up six. You guys think that's a harrowing fight, and you're in like a big, terrible situation right now. But you're gonna be very happy when you see how much experience this thing was worth.
So,
So I'm gonna go dark
I
for
wonder-
2 minutes. I'll be right back.
what do you think the odds are we get 2 more levels?
In the campaign,
Yeah.
probably pretty good.
About to level blips, I think.
Who was the most creative today?
I think that was probably Ekon's earthbending.
Yeah. Ekon from the top maneuver. Who furthered the party's goals the most today? Edmont was the one who was focusing on making sure the town was under control.
Yeah.
But we were a little busy.
I know y'all were busy. It's just
I would go with
happening.
Edmont for trying to figure out a way to help us drive in the town.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
Okay. Who was a badass?
You killed the Phoenix.
Okay. Victor
That
for
was
killing
pretty
the
badass.
Phoenix. Victor for killing the Phoenix.
And who was intangible today?
That might be Evie for finally landing a double sneak attack.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Or-
I've had that ability for like 5 levels or something.
You've tried it several times.
Yeah, it just never works out.
Usually one of you misses.
All right, who wants some experience points?
Yes, please.
Nah, I'm
Sure.
good.
I'll take some experience points.
Okay, so everybody but Treble, because he doesn't seem too excited.
That just means you get to. Everybody else gets more, right?
No.
Oh, well, in that case, I would like them then.
For 2 fire elemental myrmidons and the Phoenix, everybody is getting 3,466 experience. 3466. That was a CR 17 monster that you guys brought down from full hit points.
Nice.
I considered it giving a frightful presence because I didn't get to use that a whole lot last time, but it's not in the stat block, so. Oh, by the way, nobody's actually taken an action to douse Victor or Ekon yet, so they just burn to death over the next 6 or 8 hours.
Fine. I'll be back as a wizard.
Yeah, you guys are gone.
Deleted.
All right, let me clear away your blips from last week. Everybody's fine with Aslan showing up right after your town burns down, right?
I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
It's been having him show up during the encounter.
What do you
Well,
think?
maybe not. This is like, at a certain point, Godzilla showing up can't make things worse.
That should be a movie. Godzilla versus Aslan.
You can't go to hell if you're already there. That's
So-
like the theme of this.
A point of advice. It can always get worse.
In Ravenloft, yeah.
Just in general. Like, things can always be worse. All right, who wants to make a case for their blips first?
I can go.
I heard Genie.
Neutral. Try to be better than I was yesterday for the advocacy. That we don't let. I want to use this to. Is it okay to take that whole scene and then to do 2 blips but 2 different parts of it?
As long as they're
Well,
for 2 different things, yeah.
Okay, so for the advocacy for the Celtistravi to keep them from dying out, because, and then her kind of belief that partially stemmed from the fact that she's technically probably not human anymore, that monsters is less a physical thing and it's more a morality thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the point of order here is don't let them die out. And the practical solution to my ideal practical solution to impractical problems, for coming up with a plan to do that, which is essentially boils down to we make it attractive for we convince the Keltistravi to play along, and then we make them an attractive option for upward mobile seeking young women.
Werewolf Sex Village, got it.
Right. And then
That's not what we're calling it.
Aw.
whatever werewolf sex villages in Ferniskin. That's the name of the village.
I'm just saying, 80% through the campaign, this is the perfect spot for a werewolf sex village.
We had our sex dungeon this campaign.
Did we?
I don't know. I don't think so.
We haven't.
Victor Mordenheim's lab, I think, probably counts.
Why?
Then the video.
Okay.
I had something for the flaw, lost it.
This is
Oh,
gone.
you're real trouble. I'm really sorry.
Never apologize.
All I can think of is just Jeannie being stuck for a year and some change in Victor Mordenheim's sex dungeon. In a jar.
There was an Artificer sex dungeon in Flumph Inc., so it's like it's not outside of my wheelhouse. Who wants to go next?
I could go.
Okay, I heard Evie back there.
Alignment, chaotic good. I will do my duty, but I shall always be true to myself. Telling the people this is not the work of God, this is the work of a man.
Mm-hmm.
Ideal, I must become a leader others can believe in for coordinating attacks against the Phoenix with Victor to bring the creature down. And flaw, no one understands for being very uninterested in theological debate.
Yeah, if you look a religious fanatic in the face and tell him, like, I'm not that interested in this debate, just hardened his heart against you. Was he still in your dungeon? No, you guys turned him loose.
Yeah.
Did you not?
Yeah, I'm sure that won't backfire anyway.
It wasn't his Firebird, as far as you know.
Means we just got to kill him later.
Is that going to feel bad when you finally kill Friend?
No.
No.
Really? I thought he was a nice guy.
He's in a fire death cult.
He threatened us.
He was a nice guy.
He was super nice.
For a fire death cultist, yeah, I guess.
Sure.
Victor, what do you have for me?
For alignment, chaotic neutral, whatever it takes, that would be requesting the services of the Madam to get us to Heidengloss to unleash wrathful vengeance upon Christen.
Okay.
For ideal, seek the truth no matter the cost. That would be trying to talk sense into the old man.
I don't think that's what Victor was doing.
He was trying to reason and have a civil conversation with him.
The conversation was civil
for
enough.
successes. Never give up.
And flaw values knowledge over people. That would be leaving everyone to deal with a fire elemental to go check on the front gate. We'll ignore the giant phoenix and other fire elemental.
You didn't go to the front gate, though.
I didn't get there, I know. You had buildings blow up all around me.
Yeah, it was fun. Only like 8 buildings blew up. The purple, if more fires had had a chance to start, the purple marker was going to be little fiery quicklings that can move 120 feet around.
Quicklings are so good.
They're excellent good. I love them.
Most annoying little shitheads.
Edmont, what do you got for me?
I have my deal. My life is my canvas, and I will make my mark on it for being the public face during the nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah, Edmont was the one who was actually in town trying to, get people to safe access to water.
It will not have escaped notice that the majority of House Veritas chose to stay and defend their manor rather than come out to the village.
I was killing the Firebird.
We were fighting a firebird.
But the villagers aren't going to know that. All the villagers are going to know is they heard it from a guy that said, oh yeah, they just stayed and defended their courtyard. Peasants suck. I don't know what to tell you.
They really do suck.
They're dumb and they're superstitious and they're like.
And that kind of goes with my alignment. Lawful evil, blood runs thicker than water, and my own blood thicker still. He has no qualms with ordering people to go and be werewolf wives.
Just like people in general, or just women?
People.
Don't judge.
Could be people in general.
I noticed that Edmont wasn't volunteering, is why I asked.
Yeah. Well, Edmont already kind of is one, so it doesn't really. And then I have my claw. This world is filled with predators and prey, and I sure as hell am not the prey for immediately bolting off looking for Darkwood. So he isn't. So he's not yet aware of the fact that Aslan is coming in 2 days.
Okay. I mean, what does Ekon have for me?
Okay. I've got Lawful Good, the shining words of air lay down a path for us all for being very adamant that serfs are not a currency.
Okay.
And I've got my flaw. I'm sure there has to be something good just over the next hill for letting friend go peacefully. And then initiative.
So Ekon's taking it in stride that a lot of these villagers are blaming him for the Firebird attacking.
Yeah, I mean, Ekon's pretty well checked out and looking for a way home at this point, so yes, actually.
Who had the most creative solution to a problem this week?
That was Ekon for pulling the top maneuver.
Who did the most to further the party's goals?
I think we said Edmont
That was
for
Edmont.
advocating for the Celtistrati.
And who was the badass?
That was Victor
was
for
Victor.
taking that bird down.
Yeah, if you
Blew up
didn't
in
think
his face.
if you didn't think the Phoenix was gonna have massive death blasts, if that had reduced Victor to 0 hit points, if the death blast had done that, he was in real danger of just dying out right there, because he can't maintain flight while unconscious, and then the impact with the ground would just
Two
deal
more
2
failed
death
death
saves
saves.
right there. So that might have been Victor choosing to stay and fight. There was a very
That was a
courageous
calculated
move.
risk.
One for intangibles.
Who did we say? I know he said something. I forgot.
It was
Evie?
Evie for managing to pull off the rogue, the double sneak attack finally.
She's been trying to do that like every session for.
A long time.
Every
Couple
time we have
months.
Yeah.
combat, yeah.
Okay, and Victor has the straw poll. Blips
And he deserves it.
are currently worth 666.
We leveled up last time.
It's still 666.
Yeah, it's still 666.
Yeah.
At level.
Oh, well, that's...
Disappointing.
It
Yep.
was
Yeah.
greater than 666 at one point in the past, if you really want to be upset.
Yeah, it was 700 a while ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, stays satanic for a couple of levels.
Victor is going to
It
level
is
up.
D&D.
Edmont, you had 6, you
Yeah.
just earned 4. Ekon, you had 6, you earned 4. Evie, you had 6, you earned 4. Gina, you had 3 and you earned 3.
Yep.
So you're gonna come in next week with 6.
Yep.
Victor, you had 6 and earned 5. Is everybody coming in next week with 6?
No, I'm going in with 2 because I have to spend the rest to level up.
All right. So Ekon's coming in with 2.
Victor is going to have 6 and he's going to level.
Okay.
I'm doing math right now. Please bear with me.
And he has a
Oh,
title.
Bear's over at your house, too? Sorry.
Victor's
Yeah,
reputation is going to be
Brick
Phoenix
mailed
player.
it for me.
Brookroad mailed you the bear. Oh, no.
Victor's reputation is what?
Phoenix
Oh, I
Slayer.
And you've made it to level 13?
Yes. Level 12 Rogue, level 1 Noble.
Okay. And who else was leveling? Ekon?
Yeah.
Do you have a reputation picked out?
No, I'll have it next week. I haven't thought of it yet.
All right.
I do have my reputation. I forgot to bring it up, but I need a word. Basically something to like consort of like what is the best description of Genie and Abernathy's relationship?
I think right now you've got it checked as it's complicated.
Okay,
That's up to you.
that's my reputation then. It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Edmont's coming in with no blips and is leveling.
All right. Does Edmont have a reputation picked out?
I had one in mind from like a couple of sessions ago. Friend of the Keltastrami.
It's just so we don't forget what it's complicated means. Write it down as it's complicated with Abernathy.
You'll put that
Yeah.
in parentheses afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, Abernathy's he's well liked in the village, so if you get on Abernathy's good side.
I just one of those things because that's what Jeannie just did. Like she's been, yeah.
All right. Well, when we come back next week, you guys have a visitor arriving in your perfectly cromulent village.
That it's we had a village. This is where I would keep my village if it wasn't on fire.
Thanks for playing. See everybody next Sunday.
Later.
As Rex walks into the